everyone, this is Raquel, and I want to welcome you. Today is Saturday, August 27th here in the US, and August 28th in the land down under. And it feels as if it has been at least 6 lifetimes since the 8/8, which was the opening of the Lionsgate Portal. And so much has been transpiring. Many of you may have similar experiences of these incredible waves of energy, waves of light coming in. You may have gone through almost mini ego deaths, is what I would say, over the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, as we have been journeying through this Lionsgate Portal, which is opening us back up to the cradle of Lyra through the Stargate at Giza. And this is, again, something that has been celebrated or talked about for a very, 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 very long time. But this Lionsgate Portal actually brought us back into connection through that Stargate. It is roughly tied to astrology because, as we know, the cosmos is always in motion. But it is about that connection through to the cradle of Lyra. And so many of you may have experienced, like I have, incredible waves of light, feeling great one day, kind of knocked on your butt the next day, needing more sleep, and just a variety of things that we have kind of come to expect, or at least we know what's going on as we are transversing these energies. And so with all of this, there is a massive amount of shifting going on with the actual magnetics. And again, we are unraveling from the binary magnetics, which has been the platform, which has been the fabric in which we have played out consciousness throughout this civilization and many others. We are literally unraveling from that binary magnetic system and bringing in what is called the tri-wave. I didn't name it, it's what it's called. But as we're doing this, we are unraveling and unhooking from everything that has been playing out in this level of consciousness. And of course, it happens in the bigger containers first. But those of us who are consciously aware, we are actively participating in helping to unravel this, you may have noticed shifts in the way that you're responding. Let's put it that way. Triggers aren't necessarily bringing the same reaction. Or you may be triggered and go deeper than you have in a very long time, because it's like we're going down and we're clearing out the depths of these energetics that we have been hooked into, quite frankly. And so this has been playing out in a variety of ways. And as we continue to collapse these old magnetics, and again, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about how consciousness works. What is the platform in which the program of 3D plays upon? So it's kind of, I always go back to my computer terms. It's like the hardware that the software runs on, right? And it is, again, when we're talking about the fabric of what consciousness is living upon, that really is the operating system. So kind of just to take us back, many of us were around. Take us back from the jump from good old DOS when we first started off with computers. And if you're not in your 40s, if you're younger, you don't have a reference point. But for those of us who are a little bit older, you can go back to remembering the DOS, which was well before any kind of window based, and how completely different the way in which we interfaced. That's the best metaphor I can give you. We are moving out of DOS and moving into Windows, and we've been in Windows a long time. Again, this is the metaphor, but it is a way to help you grasp what's actually happening. And we're moving into this tri-wave, which is the foundation operating system for unity consciousness, for Christ consciousness, for operating in a completely different way in the reality. And so you're going to start seeing whole pockets of your experience really shift, and it becomes quite noticeable if you're paying attention. And sometimes it's that 2020 hindsight going, whoa, what just happened? I didn't respond at all like I normally would have. What's that all about? And that's because we continue to unhook from these magnetics and unravel the distortions. And really this time frame in August this year, this gateway is really ushering in what they're referring to as the next phase of ascension. Not just the next chapter or the next book, but literally the next phase. And so many of you may have been experiencing another thing that I am personally doing, reorganization. I am going through every single drawer, closet, pantry in my house right now. And it's imperative. It's like I can't stop. I've got to get everything reorganized and cleared out. Because there is and again, I always talk about how there's a bleed through here in this level of consciousness of what is playing out in the quantum. And there's a massive reorganization going on in the quantum levels right now. And a way that is showing up, many who are destined, who are ready, who are aligned, who are needed in this next phase with their particular skill set. And needed only, everybody is necessary. You're all needed. But some people have certain skill sets that can do things that others can't. So the next phase is getting a lot of us who have particular skill sets prepped, ready, getting ready for new jobs, to move to new locations, to really shift into something different, using our skills, but in a completely different way. And so we're on the precipice of this really starting to happen for more and more and more, as we are literally moving into the next phase. So this particular Lionsgate, again, we've never achieved in this civilization, or for really hundreds of thousands, if not longer, we have not achieved the alignment that we have reached this month with this Lionsgate. So it is a massive celebration going on across all levels of consciousness. And it is absolutely perfect that we are moving into this next phase. But you may find yourself needing to clear out, getting rid of things with old energies. I'm like, I have to go through all of my shoes. I can't walk in these shoes anymore. If they're dirty, if they're too worn, that's the metaphor. It's like I'm getting ready to step into new shoes, walk a different way. And it's always a bleed through. So you look for the clues. And you may be doing exactly the same thing. So if you are, honor it. Get excited about it. If you haven't quite hit that yet, just know that you're still unhooking or playing your part on the back end of this, if you will. We are all continuously being aligned. If you are following your higher self, if you're not listening, that's a different story. But your higher self will get you there one way or another. I just prefer to do it in a way that is in the flow. And so I'm constantly asking every day to be 100% aligned with my highest potential and truth, and how I can be in the highest level of service. And again, I invite you to do that daily as well. We're all in this together, and it really feels like we are moving into a whole new phase. And so feel that excitement, feel that in your hearts, and tap into that with the intention of unraveling from the old platform and absolutely connecting in to the tri-wave magnetics that are anchoring. That is the future. That is the platform you want to be connected and operating within. And it's a daily decision. It's a daily intention to continue to tap into that, because it's literally in process of anchoring. And by setting that intention every day, you are helping anchor it into this reality. And so, with all of that, just celebrate where we are and the levels that we are releasing and getting to step into.